Hi, I'm John O'Hara, and for my leading discussion, I had The Manson Family. It was an opera by John Moran, and it was published in 1990. It was a play with 17 songs and 3 acts. There is also an album for it. The play was only staged once in the United States. So next we're going to go into the 3 acts. So let's go into Act 1, and it was called The Murders, and it had songs 1 through 4 dedicated to the act. Song number 1 was called Night Highway. Song number 2 was called Tate House Early Mornings. Song number 3 was called The Prosecutor at Death, Train Station 5, The Tate House. And song number 4 was called Subject of the Beatles. So let's get into the second act, and that was called The Family, and songs 5 through 10 were dedicated to this act, and the songs were kind of in this act. It gets a lot deeper and more kind of dark, but the song number 5 was called Great Music. It was an intro. And song number 6 was called Subject Lynette Squeaky Farm. Song number 7 was called Charlie in a Field Forever. Song number 8 was called Susan Atkins on Night Highway. And song number 9 was called Subject Charles Manson at Spain's Movie Ranch. And song number 10 was Good Morning the Beatles. Last but not least, we have Act 3, which was called Hall of Justice, and songs 11 through 17 were dedicated to the act. It was song number 11 was called Raid on Sven in Interact, and song number 12 was called Susan Atkins and the Staircase of Justice, leading to Night Highway. Song number 13 was called Night Highway. Song number 14 was called Squeaky in a Boat. Song number 15 was called The Family in the Courtroom, and Manson leads to Add a Judge. Song number 16 is called The Judge, and song number 17 is Subject Charles Manson. So what I'm going to do next is go over a little bit of background of who John Moran is. So some background on John Moran is he's a composer, a choreographer, and a theoretical artist from the United States. He has been referred to as an operatic trailblazer, and his composers have been kind of like defined as innovative and very difficult to categorize. His music kind of has like recordings, recorded music, spoken word, choreographic, and dance. Also lip singing and video production are like among of his mediums he uses in his work. His productions have also been featured as diverse cast actors, including Uma Thurman and Julius Stiles, as well as rocker Iggy Pop and poet Allen Ginsberg. So apart from the play, I did some research on that, and I also got someone's feedback on how they felt during the play, and I kind of summed it up as what they were talking about. They stated that the atmosphere created by the Manson family kind of inserted viewers straight into the narrative, and also allowed them to cast their own judgment on Madame Manson. So they said one of the highlights is that physicality of the performers, which helps set the scene as audience are moved through each immersed environment. They said the acting helped in like a 360-degree view, and they couldn't be more like, they couldn't not but turn their necks to see more However, they said there was an issue that with their experience. I thought it was kind of, didn't know if it was a huge issue, but they said the parts of the server shown there was like no advice to turn off their phones or toss out any food or beverages. So it kind of led like people walking like through rooms holding drinks in their hands, like while this may not be like such a, it might be a choice by everyone else. Kind of all spectators and like the horrors like that come to pass, like they'll have like ill-timed cell phone ringing, like slurping in of a straw and chewing, and that can take it away. And so like these heavy themes deserve like more attention, they said, and I think that's true. So since this was in the 90s, I thought I would give you some facts about the 1990s. Some important events of 1990 include the reunification of Germany and the unification of Yemen. Also, the formal being of human known project, and that was finished in 2003. The launch of the Hubble Space Telescope, the separation of Namibia from South Africa, and the Baltic states declaring independence from the Soviet Union. 1990 was important to the internet's early history. In the fall of 1990, a man named Tim Berners-Lee created the web server and the foundation of the World Wide Web. Sorry, kind of got a tongue twister there. Test operations, they say, began around December 20th, and it released outside the following year. 1990 also saw the official decommunization of the ARPANET. It's a forerunner of the internet system and the introduction for its contact for the web search article. It's a web search engine called Archie, and it was on September 10th. So, more information on Moran. In 1990, Moran was commissioned by Lincoln Center of Performing Arts to create his second opera, which was the Manson Family Opera. It was a recording of opera which starred Iggy Pop, as I said above, and it was produced by Glass and released on Point Music, Philips, and Polygram Records. This was around the time that the National Endowment for the Arts, the NEA, was under congressional scrutiny for funding of seemingly obscene art such as Julian Serrano's Piss Christ and Moran and the Manson Family and Opera were also caught in the crossfires of the controversy. Also, the recording was almost kind of like immediately recalled by its label and content. This was the only recording by Moran to present which has been public in release, and other unusual concerning Moran's early career. And to wrap things up, I found a comment from one of the fans. So fans comment about the album. He said it was the most surreal, modern Advent opera, and this person said, "This is an excellent and woefully obscure, considering both the awesomeness of the music and the personnel it contains. Very compulsive and dark listening, much better than music of of Manson himself." So I think that was pretty important there. If you have any more questions, you can hit the reply button if you need more clear, if I wasn't speaking enough, because I may have got tripped over my words a little bit, but if you need me to clear anything, please reply and I can answer back. And thank you.